Yeah, what's up, guys, and welcome to a little live stream. Atletico Madrid versus Chelsea, tomorrow's Champions League game. As you know, welcome here today by former Blue Generals them, don't know, father and the General Carefree Lewis himself.
What are you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, man, just got the support
Hmm?
and just hopefully have a nice little vibes and continue from there.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this one. The occasion's starting to settle in a bit more for me now, just deep in that Atletico Madrid, but it'll be tight, and I think we'll play a lot better than we give ourselves credit for this game as well.
Yeah, but so I don't know if you did listen to Tuchel's press conference, and there's no Thiago Silva. What you guys make of this now that we are without our main centre back for this game coming up tomorrow?
Just not really
Not
surprised.
yeah, not really surprised at all. To be fair, I think Lewis has been touched on it for about weeks, and I just think he's not gonna risk Thiago Silva this early because I think there's bigger things that are important to this one, and yeah, I think that's arguably probably the right decision, but I think it's been coming for days. To be fair.
Lewis?
Yeah, I expected this. As soon as he wasn't in the squad for the Southampton game, weren't even on the bench for him, it kind of made sense that he wasn't going to be ready for this game as well. We would have wanted Thiago Silva as a minimum as a bench option if he was fit for it, but you didn't even see him on the bench, and everyone was saying he was earmarked to come back for the Southampton game. So if he wasn't even going to be a replacement for that game, he clearly wasn't going to be in any state for this match either. So it is what it is, but our defense has been pretty confident over the last few games, so I'm cool with it. I'm not too worried. Like, we'll have our tests. They've got strong players in their team. They had like 30 shots on goal their last match, so I expect us to have to deal with a lot in this game, but I think we can handle it.
Yeah, true. And based on the fact that we had a nicky thing between Callum Hudson-Odoi and Thomas Tuchel in the game against Southampton. How you think that will affect us going into this game, or you think that Tuchel has done enough to get everyone balanced out for the game?
Um, I'm not really too sure, It all depends on how we turn up mentally, to be honest. The lineup is a big question mark even in itself because there's so many different ideas, there's so many different ways of looking at it based on the way Atletico could come out and face the game as well. And then take into account Tuchel could come out and just put something completely different to anything that we even think. He could even end up going 4 at the back for this sort of game. He'll surprise us in this match, the lineup, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure because there's a lot of options that we could go for.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think I think when I saw the post about the players that has been, that brought to the Romania, that it's gonna be lots of headache selection comes tomorrow, and eventually, he's gonna select some players that are suited for this match. At the end of the day, I would not be surprised if AC4 starts. To be fair, because I think AC has been underappreciated by some for the last couple of weeks. Because I thought he's probably arguably one of the best defenders under Tuchel. So yeah, man, we'll have to see what lineup he put up tomorrow, but I think he's gonna put up a sensible one. And the fact that again, we have to turn up tomorrow. There's no excuses beyond because I think Atletico missing some players as well. So yeah, I think at the end of the day we have to be organized tomorrow because Atletico is arguably I think Lewis preview did earlier. I think the hardest team that you could ever face in the knockout.
Yeah, true. I agree with you on that one too, as Louis said. But based on the fact that both team has injuries, if we compare our injuries, who you think has the bigger blow going into this game, losing players? What you think about that situation where they have injuries, we have injuries?
Definitely Atletico, because they're going to be without Kieran Trippier for this match, and Yannick Carrasco are very vital to their setup. Ours were only without Thiago Silva. I think Kai Havertz is in the squad that travelled to Bucharest as well, so we should be fine. It's just no lapses of concentration because that's where Atletico Madrid are going to strike, and
Yeah.
also don't concede early.
Yeah, I'm kind of echo what Lewis says. I think yes, yes, the Joao Felix and Usman Dembele coming back from the from the post lockdown. I think from those two, apart from that, yeah, Atletico has been that probably need like lot of injuries, like Lewis said, and the fact that yes, they got Joao Felix back and Usman Dembele back, and it's not easy to get your fitness, yeah, like your fitness level going because once after a post lockdown, it's not easy for them to just like bang straight away. You look at Kai Havertz, after he went to self isolation, he doesn't look the same though. And yeah, it's not going to be easy for Joao Felix anyway for tomorrow, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, agree with that. But like from me looking at the game, man, not knowing that we're playing in Bucharest, do you guys think that playing in a different stadium apart from the not playing in the Metropolitan Stadium, is that a plus for Chelsea, or could it go sideways, knowing that we have I think 100% win record at the Metropolitan? What you guys think about that?
It is the most is that you could Atletico Madrid have to travel further. Other than that, there's not really much to it. It just makes the game feel a bit more neutral. But even in that case, there's no fans, so it don't really make much of a difference for me. I don't know. Like, there's not much to take from it, to be honest. If anything, it just raises more question about what counts as away goals, what doesn't. But that's just long and complicated.
Yeah, I'm kind of echo what Lewis said. To be fair, like I think our records at Wanda Metropolitano speaks for itself, and I think even though not only in Wanda Metropolitano, normally like when we play at Calderon, I think we haven't lost though. I think we picked last time we played. I think we haven't lost since the when the Metropolitano, and then I think the last time as well. I think back in the group stages when we nicked that 2-2 draw with Drogba scoring that two goals there. But I'm slight concern of how we set up defensively because against Southampton, like Lewis said, and that little bit lapse of concentration could punish us.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, for the past like few weeks, we have been doing good. Going into this game, I mean, would have loved to go to Atletico Madrid in the Champions League with a win, come in the Premier League going into that game. But we drew against Southampton, which it's not such a bad result going in, knowing that they have lost their last game against Levante. So who you think has the upper hand going into this game? Like, what's your real thought? I mean, I know we're Chelsea fans, but what's your honest opinion going into this game, looking at both teams' current form?
Just be clinical. That's the only thing that worries me. Defensively, like, I can back my team. I'm calm with that. I think we can handle that for 90 minutes. It's the left-hand side in the final third that worry me because Marcus Llorente is going to cause us a load of problems regardless of who we put on there.
Mm-hmm.
And going forward, we just miss runs. We miss a lot of key passes. We're not clinical. And that's exactly what we can't afford to be in that sort of match. So that's more what worries me, the more further forward we go into the pitch. But defensively, we're cool. Like I'm not too worried about that side.
Yeah, I think we've been struggling scoring goals for the last and still since Tuchel came in. I think like ball possession wise, I think we don't have much problem. It's just going forward, lack of penetration, missing clear cut chances, and just overall play in the final third that worries me a bit. But I think defensive end, I think you can improve. I'm not gonna I'm not taking this that goal against Southampton as an excuse, to be fair, but it's just one of those things that like one moment that might slight hinder you a bit, and lapse of lack of concentration in defense, especially if you're against Atletico side. Like they got lots of ringers in that team, and if those if if we do something silly at the back tomorrow, we could get punished.
Yeah. So formation wise, like what's the best formation you think to set up to go up against Atletico Madrid? Because I think they have been really playing the three at the back formation as us. So with us playing three at the back just for like let's say 6 weeks, or I don't know how long we've been playing that formation, about 5 to 6 weeks, is it, or is it longer? But based on the fact that they've been playing it, like I think for maybe the last 3 months, or since the campaign started in the La Liga, do you think we should change our normal formation, which is 3-4-3 going into this game, or we should like go to a back four? What's your opinion on that?
I wouldn't be totally surprised if Tuchel did it, but I would rather see us go with the back three, and it makes more sense because of all the teams that we've been facing recently. Feels like it's just been a bunch of dress rehearsals for the real thing, so I don't see why we would change it. But Tuchel does do those sorts of things, so you never know. You'll never know with Thomas Tuchel, and to be honest, that's what I like for now, at least.
Yeah, yeah, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm kind of echo what Lewis said about formation. I think at the end of the day, man, it's his formation, and the fact that I would love to keep the formation as it should be for the last 4 weeks or so. And I just think, again, I think need like organization in the defense in the middle could be the important thing that might help us tomorrow to nick an away goal in that. And yeah, let's just see how we handle the likes of Luis Suarez and all that.
Yeah, like as you said it, Luis Suarez, man. Like, how big of a threat you guys think he is to Chelsea, man? Because I've been listening to Thomas Tuchel's press conference earlier, and he speaks highly of Suarez. Said he wanted him in PSG or something like that, and he chose to go to Barcelona or so. I don't remember what he said exactly, but he said he's a fan of him. But what do you guys think about Suarez? Because Suarez is always like a thorn in the back for Chelsea. I mean, without Suarez at Atletico Madrid, yeah, we have dealt with players like Joe Felix who are, very good at ball handling and dribbling, etc. But like a natural striker like Suarez, who always seems to score against Chelsea when we play. How you think? How good will we deal with like Suarez tomorrow? Because I know he's always up for a game against Chelsea.
I'm not. Suarez is going to be our biggest test in that match, and we might struggle to some account with him. But the very least is this limited options because Felix will be there, but I feel like Felix can be handled more in this game, mainly because he's still coming back from the virus, which means that he's still not going to be anywhere near 100%. I think he's had his first game back from recovery since in the Levante 2-0 loss, and he looked rough in that game anyway. So Felix, I think, I'm not going to say we can outright just dominate him, but I think we can handle him in the 90 minutes. It's Suarez that I'm more worried about, but just going to have to make do. Someone's going to have to track his runs all game because he's going to be sly about it. Also, they can't let him get in his head. Can't do anything rash with this guy because he'll just drop on the ground.
Potter, yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I think with the regards of him, the way that reporter asking him about Luis Suarez and all that. At the end of the day, we all know Suarez is an animal merchant. He like to to do something crazy to our defensive in that, and the fact that our more slight concern on how we handle defensively, but I believe like the likes of AC4 and the Rudiger can handle all that. And regards to Joao Felix, man, I just think I think we're not going to have him much problem as well, just because I think he's still lacking fitness a bit because of the lockdown thing, and yeah, man, I just think other than that, man, probably Marcus Llorente for me on the right hand side because Marcus Llorente can cause a lot of problems for Marcus Alonso if Alonso didn't look organized at the back. To be fair,
Yeah, I get that. I get that. So what's the weakest point for Chelsea going into the game? Because I know a lot of people are gonna say Marcus Alonso, but like, is there any other area in the team that you guys are worried about going into this game, knowing the fact that as much as though Atletico Madrid are a team that always play, good football, even though they have lost a few games or dropped a few points in the La Liga the other day. But I mean, they're always a team when played in the Champions League. I think they only fell out of the group stage once since since Simeone took up the managership at the club. So what's the setback for Chelsea in terms of the weakest link going into this game? Like, which is the area, which area of the team you guys would love to improve going into this game?
And speaking to Euro Expert, he was saying take on the defenders 1v1 because apparently they haven't won a lot of their 1v1 duels this season. But that changes the entire attacking lineup for me because if that's the case, I want to find a way to get Pulisic and Hudson Odoi into the lineup because if they're that good 1v1, Pulisic and Hudson Odoi can have them on toast enough chances. But then the only thing is you need someone in the middle as well. So I'm not sure. Maybe for me as a front three, I'd think Hudson Odoi, Werner, and Kai Havertz, false nine. I think that's the one we end up agreeing on in my last live stream. But we spent the last day and a half trying to figure out what we're going to play for this game.
yeah,
Fata?
yeah. I think again, man, attacking wise, I think we've been struggling for about weeks. The fact that yes, Timo Werner scored a goal against Newcastle, but all in all, I think offensive wise, we look so struggle because again, there's still lack of movement in the final third, and the fact that I don't know, man. Honestly, like I would not be surprised if Pulisic gonna be in the starting lineup tomorrow and Hudson Odoi. To be fair, because I think again, like Lewis said, Atletico has a lot of has problems for the last few weeks regarding on a 1-1 basis, and I think the likes of Pulisic and Hudson Odoi and maybe Werner and Cohen that maybe can exploit that, and the fact that Kai Havertz coming back in by tomorrow, I think it's going to be a massive big changes to this team.
Yeah. I mean, Eurosport, you always have some good points and going into games and things like that. But we're looking at how good Atletico Madrid can defend, and knowing that, as you said, we're lacking going forward. Like that's going to be a huge problem for us going into tomorrow's game. Like, we know that our team has been struggling to find the back of the net. I mean, we have scored goals, but are we scoring like those type of goals that Chelsea are used to, like playing the ball around and finding that direct pass, like a Fes Fabregas when he was there, or Eden Hazard goal? I mean, I'm not sure where you guys think the goals will come from in tomorrow's game.
You're mute.
You're mute.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was saying God knows. Like, literally could come from anywhere. Probably going to come in the box, but easier said than done with Atletico Madrid. Apparently, Jan Oblak has an 80% save percentage this season. Like, good luck. Really and truly, good luck. But we have to do it. That's the mission at hand. It is what it is. But you ask me where the goal's coming from. God knows, man. A mistake. That's what. Or Andreas Christensen off a header. God knows. But I ain't got
It's almost like Mission Impossible, to be fair. And yeah, man, it's just again, I think the last thing that we need is another crossing in Charlotte merchant. And like honestly, it could come anywhere. Like if you want to ask me like where it could come from, truthfully, I would say the defense, because I think set pieces. We got a good record on set pieces, and I think the likes of Rudiger and Christensen can handle all that.
Yeah, I mean, I get you there, but honestly, I'm kind of worrying, because as Silva says, it might be mission impossible, but based on the fact that we know Atletico Madrid, how good they can be, man, I think playing Zuma is maybe just because we'd like for him to get an opportunity to score from an aerial threat. But looking at like the whole system of the whole way we conceded on Saturday, do you guys think we should go for Zuma or go for the Danish Maldini in that like knowing the fact that we struggle to score goals, and Marcos Alonso is a next point as well, that he's not very good in defense, but the way that we've been playing for the past few weeks and he has been like getting back to his best in scoring goals, not defensively but scoring. Do you guys think that Zuma and Marcos Alonso should be added to the squad just on the fact that they can possibly get a goal out of nothing, or should we revert back to using Chilwell or Emerson on the left and give Christensen back the start?
I think we should go back to a normal back three. Zuma looked really shaky in that sort of game, and I wouldn't want to throw him into the Atletico game where he'd look to be even more exposed. So, yeah, I'd stick with Christensen as P. Rudiger for me. I thought Rudiger was our best defender in the last match, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree that. Wait a second, Jenna. You have anything to add to that?
Probably lots of options, man. Like, because I think I would prefer to see Rudiger, Zuma, and Christensen at the back. I just think Aspi's not set up for me for this game because I think it's still lacking of pace, in my opinion. Yeah, man. I think I'd like to see Zuma coming back because I think Rudiger and Zuma, defensive organization, I think it's been decent so far. And I just think, I just hope that those three can cope the likes of Suarez and Felix and all that.
Yeah. So, like in the midfield now, I mean, Conte has had an excellent game against Southampton. Like, there was no problem for me with Conte because I know he's not someone who can pass the ball as good as Jorginho or Kovacic, but the work he put in that game, like based on that performance, guys, what you guys think about N'Golo Conte coming into this Atletico Madrid game?
Unless we play three in midfield, I'm not really for it because I just don't like the partnership between him and Jorginho or Kovacic, to be honest. I think Kovacic have a much better understanding of each other. So we have to go with that. Like if we play really deep, maybe you could put Kante into the team. But I don't think we're going to do that. And I don't think that's how the game's going to progress either. So go Jorginho and Kovacic for me.
Yeah, I would rather stick with those two, man, to be fair. I think for the last few weeks, I think those two has been pivotal on our recovery. And yes, we do I understand we nick a point against Southampton and all that, but I just think those two has been immense partnership so far in the Tuchel.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, I would definitely play Jorginho and Kovacic because but the thing is, Atletico Madrid can be a bullying team sometimes. Like they like to bully in the midfield, the likes of Koke and Saul and players like that. But it's a difficult one for me because based on the way Conte played on Saturday, I think he could help us out with when Atletico has the ball in their position, or they win it from us in a counter-attacking situation. I think Conte, if he has an excellent game like what he did against Southampton, I think we could still play him in there with Kovacic. But based on the fact that he only played one game since, like one proper 90 minutes since coming back from injuries, I think that you guys could be right there, like playing Jorginho and Kovacic is the strongest midfield at this moment because they both have a good connection, and we have won like all the games. No, instead of the Wolves game, we have won every other game, excluding the FA Cup game with Conte and Kovacic. So Conte and Kovacic, I should say. But one thing I would like to ask you guys, looking at the following, like some of these rumors that have been seen going around and things like that, the Erling Haaland, and now we're hearing about Jadon Sancho. What areas, like in the team, do you guys really think we would definitely need to upgrade going forward in this system that Tuchel is his start, his regime or whatever.
I would say defensive end, because I just think we do need like maybe a couple of players on defensive end. I just think Aspie's not gonna be starting for much longer. To be fair, I think he's already over 30 or something. I do think we do need like fresh defensive end, proper Barca at the back, and maybe the likes of attacking wise. I just think we need like another guy that play a side team with Werner, whether if it's Haaland or anyone, because I just think Tammy's for me has been suspect for the last couple of weeks, and not only that, Giroud's already gone out this summer anyway. So yeah, man, I think defensive end and attacking wise, that, that, that needed in summer.
Yeah, definitely. Louis, what do you think?
Thoughts for the summer?
Like, yeah, what the areas we need to get better, improve on?
I'd like to see, well, Erling Haaland first off. I'm just gonna throw his name out there. I don't even care. A fourth winger, maybe as a final transfer, but a natural DM as well. A proper tool destroyer, I think we need, because we lack that sort of profile in our team.
Yeah, that's what you've been moaning about for the past months, man. So we need a natural DM, which I definitely,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I agree with you, man. I mean, I did say that Conte could be that lone DM player, but he does not like he doesn't have the passing stats to be or the calmness like Jorginho to like take the ball under pressure and move through the lines and play some nice passes so the team can build from the back going forward. And I think that's the only problem with him. But if I look back at Conte, like when we just signed him, he was nowhere near this type of player that we have now. He was like all over the place, not in terms of how he defended, but his passing, his touch, and all of that was not up to spar. But I think since we got Maurizio Sarri, I think Sarri made it one of his jobs that area of Conte is where he wanted to improve. And like I have to give Sarri credit. When he took over as manager, we saw N'Golo Conte doing body moves, shaking off players, passing properly, and making long distance pass and things like that. So I'm not saying he can't improve, but based on the fact that we know Chelsea is a very on point club. Like we like things to be done right away. So knowing the fact, I don't think he will be like up to that standards to like give him time, maybe 2-3 seasons, as you said in previous streams where I've been on. You said he after maybe of age he can settle down in a more Makalele role or something like that. But I think where we are now as a club and the things that we want to achieve, I have to agree with you guys. I don't think Conte can be that lone DM. But if we do like get a proper DM, there's no space for N'Golo Conte. So you guys would say to get some money off him while we can. That would be
now might be the right time for it, but it would depend on the fee. Like I'd still be happy to keep N'Golo Kante. I think he's a great asset to the squad. But I'm now more leaning to the fact that if the right result comes out, if the right fee comes round, it is what it is. It's the right time.
Potter?
Yeah, I'm kind of echo what Lewis said, to be fair, about N'Golo Kante. And I just think, again, I'm not necessarily sure where his direction at, because I've seen rumors that, he's not, I think he's not settling with the new formation and that. Like, he's been rumored linked with PSG, Real Madrid and all that. I just think, again, he's still important for this team. And the fact that not only that, Billy Gilmore as well. Let's not forget Billy Gilmore, and I know he hasn't got a lot of game time, but I think we shouldn't count him out either as well.
Yeah, but like back to the Atletico thing, like looking up from both managers, like before even Tuchel came to Chelsea, like if like matching up the two players, like the two managers, I should say, Simeone and Tuchel, like who you guys think is the better manager and why? Like honest opinions of them both.
Tuchel or Lampard?
No, Simeone.
No, Simeone.
Oh, I think Tuchel's more flexible, but Simeone knows how to grind out a result more. I'm not sure. It's still very early days with Tuchel, but his record at both Dortmund and PSG both speak for themselves. Left for other reasons, but now's a very good game to figure out who's got the better on the other. We'll have to find out. It's a very tough debate. I'm not sure.
What?
Yeah, not gonna lie, it's very hard to say because I think both are top managers. I think Tuchel's more tactical in the extent. Simeone, last couple of weeks, yeah, he's been grinding out, but overall, both other managers are tactical. But I just think Tuchel's been, the organized coach so far, and yeah, man, I can't judge those two, but we'll have to see if tomorrow, speaks for itself.
Yeah, but Chelsea I think we have only beaten what's his name, Simeone, like twice in his career at Atletico. We have beaten Atletico before. Like I don't remember who was the manager at the time when we did, but in that
it was 4-0 and we won 2-1 at Wanda Metropolitano.
Yeah, but I don't remember who was managing Atletico that season, but like Atletico Madrid.
It was back in 09 or 10, and it wasn't Simeone. It was, I can't remember his name. It was back in the days, like we were in the group stage with those two together. Yeah.
Yeah, Aguero scored. I think Aguero scored for Atletico Madrid too, and in that game. But I mean, everybody's saying like they want Haaland, which I would definitely take Haaland at Chelsea. But I think we need a number 10. Like Christian Pulisic, he's been like zero for the start of this season. Even when he's not injured and he's playing, he's not been the same Christian Pulisic we have used to for last season. So do you guys think we should get a number 10 replacement, or should we continue and give Christian Pulisic some more time?
Definitely give Pulisic some more time, because I've said for the end of the season, I don't care how little he plays. It don't mean anything to me. I just want him to stop getting all these constant injuries. And no wonder he's got another injury, because Lampard overplayed him throughout the Christmas period when we were all screaming, stop overplaying Pulisic. So we're back to square one again. It is what it is. But Pulisic, give him time, because we've seen what quality he has. He just needs to have the confidence in his own body again. And it's a very long process. Maybe might even need a loan spell or two if we end up getting the extra supplies like that. But it would do him the best of good. I know he's going to come out and he's going to be a quality player, because we've already seen what he can offer.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, man. Pulisic probably one of the players that has been cursing with injuries, apart other than Ziyech. And the reason, like Lewis said, the reason why he got an injury like this, because we've overcooked him in the past with previous manager, and we've been calling out for that. We've been calling out for Pulisic not to start every game in the past, and look what happened. He's going to be out till maybe a few weeks. It could be months though if the injury doesn't improve. To be fair, and man, we'll have to see what his injury progress is at, but I will still give him the time. I just think, again, man, he's one of those players that you cannot be counted out.
Yo, someone made a comment there. But let me see where I can find this comment. What you guys think? I mean, I've always been a fan of Zaha, man, because Zaha for me, like, he's not scared of taking on players, man, and he's always up for a challenge, and he's very. I wouldn't say he's the strongest. Well, he's strong, but like, he does have a huge physical appearance, but he does the job, and he's not scared of bullying defenders. What you think about Chelsea trying to get Zaha, man?
I mean, as a depth winger, it's not the worst of choices. I was low-key thinking about actually starting him week in and week out. Wouldn't be bad, but depends on Crystal Palace and how much they'd sell him for. Because he signed some stupid 6-year deal or something like that, and I don't know why he did that, but now he's hooked there until he's 31 years old, which is on him. So if we want to get him, they'll probably make us pay over the amount for him. So Marina has to work overtime if she really wants Zaha, but wouldn't be against it, but also not going to chase for it and say we need Zaha. Just he'd be a good addition to the squad.
If I'm being strictly honest, I did not know Zaha was, signing that 6-year contract, but it's one of those players that, maybe he's maybe like a backup or something, but I wouldn't be surprised like if Crystal Palace put him like a bigger price because I think he's a bigger asset in Crystal Palace than any other club. To be fair,
Well, I mean, I like Zaha, I really like Zaha, but because he's Premier League material, you get me. But I mean, the 6-year deal, and as Louis said, maybe backup winger, but this man has proven himself at Crystal Palace, like taking this team from the slumps, like over and over every season. Don't you think he's a good like bargain if we could get him for like 30 mil or 25 million just to be a regular starter as a winger, or you'd prefer to play Hudson Odoi on the left instead of Zaha, getting in
Oh,
Zaha.
definitely Hudson Odoi on the left over Zaha.
yeah,
Definitely. His ceiling's
100%.
way of Zaha. Definitely.
Zaha. Hudson Odoi for me, a very talented youth player, and he has the potential of becoming one of the best wingers in the Premier League. But do you guys think that he will be that player that everyone knows he can be if we continue to play a back three?
I would say if he,
Saint-Maximin.
let's say if he comes to Chelsea and Marino sort the transaction out, and I wouldn't be surprised with the caliber that he got in his pocket, and I'm not going to be surprised as well the talents that he's got, and I think he's one of those guys that a little bit in low key terms, but again, man, I would again with the I'm not. It's hard to say because Zaha's for me has been one of the players that has been underappreciated by some, but again, man, like Lewis said, it's gonna be hard for us to get him.
Yeah. Someone said in the comments like SaintMaximin. Like I'm a huge fan of that brother. I don't know how Newcastle managed to get SaintMaximin at their club, but to me, I think SaintMaximin would be a huge like I don't a big plus for Chelsea if we had him in this club, man. Like I'm fond of him. What you guys think about SaintMaximin?
Saint-Maximin is calm. He's another one I would take as depth. I wouldn't want to put too much responsibility on him, but he'd be a great option to have off the bench. He improve the quality of our depth. But yeah, decent option.
Yeah, man. No, I think again he's one of those players like Zaha and I think what the problem that might a little bit happening towards us because I think I don't know because I think if he does come to Chelsea, I just think again on the bench you got loads of options and maybe again man like a game time could hamper his progress. But all in all, I think he's been one of the players that has been standout this season. I just think he deserves to be player in a bigger club than Newcastle.
Yeah, man. Like I totally agree with that, man. But honestly, to me, if he is young, I don't know how old he is, man. I'm sure he's about 23 or 24 or something.
24-ish, I think 24-ish.
If that guy was, as you said, if that guy was in like a Manchester United or Chelsea or Arsenal, like the type of football that we play and the other big like top 6 or top 8 teams play, even Everton, like he would be like a huge like winger for those clubs because those clubs like us they have more of the possession playing against smaller teams. So I definitely think SaintMaximin would be a good addition to the club, like maybe for squad depth. And if he proves himself in training or in those FA Cup match, he could be a possible starter for Chelsea. But back to the Atletico setup now. What's you guys predicted lineup? Like who you guys looking for to play against Atletico Madrid?
Starting lineup, back three, just Rudiger, Christensen, Aspi. I'd go Hudson, Odoi, and Chilwell as the fullbacks. Jovicic in the middle. Havertz, Werner, and Hudson Odoi. That's who I'd go for.
Not good. I'm slightly against that, to be fair. Sorry about that, Lewis. So I'm more prefer Zoom at the back at the back three with Rudiger and Christensen, and again with Jovicic pivot in the middle, and you can have like Hudson Odoi on the right wing side, and then Ben Chilwell on the left side. And I just think again, I would say probably Werner, Havertz, and Pulisic up front, and play Havertz as a false nine. That could be, if you play Havertz as a false nine, Don is gonna be massive player for this team. If he plays as a false nine.
Well, could be, but he's also Havertz is better coming from not exactly from a deep, but he's a roaming midfielder. He likes to be everywhere and then makes his way into the box and score goals. So it's possible he could be a good false nine, but I mean, in my opinion, I definitely prefer to play with an out and out striker. I don't like the false nine theory. Not that it can't work, but I think we are better off playing with a striker and then linking him with Havertz. Like, look at Liverpool. If they use Firmino as a false nine, and I don't think it works actually. I mean, he does score goals and he makes a few assists, but I don't think it works for Liverpool. Liverpool get the best from their wing backs, like in Trent and what's his name, Robertson. They are the ones that really give Liverpool that plus when they're attacking, because those long balls down the line and across goal by them are easy goals for Mane and whosoever that Salah guy. But for me, Havertz could be a false nine, but I prefer us to use a striker and link Havertz with him. But before we wrap up the stream, man, like any final thoughts you guys want to add? What going into the game tomorrow?
Can't wait for Christensen to put João Felix and Suarez in both his back pockets.
Way!
I can't wait.
Wait. Going crazy and watch along. To be fair,
this guy saying we left out Mount. What? So yeah, no Mason Mount tomorrow.
Sometimes players get dropped. It is what it is. Like, he'll be a great option off the bench as well. But we have a big squad. Someone's going to be disappointed at the end of it. Just
true.
I mean, Mason Mount was good anyway, but same way, he left some things to be desired in that last match too. So, I've got nothing against him being dropped for one game. We'll bring him back for the next one.
Yeah, agreed.
I just hope the animal merchant doesn't bite Luis Suarez. To be fair, that's why the reason why I call him animal merchant, because he likes to bite Chelsea players. So because that's the last thing that we need. Because I wouldn't mind if Andres Christensen and Rudiger lock that animal merchant out. So I'll be going crazy if that happens.
Yeah, but like from both squads coming into the game, like who you guys think of the better squad coming into this game?
In terms of squad depth, I think us, because like Lewis said, I think we have lots of options coming off the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them are Mason Mount coming off, just give a little bit of sparks to this team. Giroud. I think Giroud is pivotal to this team as well because I think Giroud got a good track record in the Champions League. I think, he scored 4 goals so far this season. That was against Sevilla and all that. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Giroud coming off the bench, to start batting goals and all that.
Louis, are you busy?
Nah, I'm thinking more. Both teams have good depth, but their depth is a lot more stretched now. Like they've got 4 youth players coming into this game as well that they've had to ship out of nowhere. So they're going to be stretched, which means us dominating possession might be better for us if we can try and force them to move around the pitch a lot more. But if they stick to a tight structure, we're going to be very frustrated over the 90 minutes. But yeah, 2 great squads.
Before I go to guys in the comments, just give us like your comments, like ask us some questions quickly before we wrap it up, and also for the panel, score predictions. Can't let that one out.
Oh my days!
1-0
So
Chelsea.
much.
Andreas Christensen header, 96th minute. Scene. We
I'm
out
gonna
here.
be.
Come on.
I'm gonna be in so much trouble if I said this. I'm gonna go for 2-0 actually.
2-0.
Oh,
Ooh,
nil.
like that. Go on.
2-0.
Timo
2-0 who
Werner.
actually? Okay.
Timo
Cool.
Timo Werner and Andres Christensen to score.
Yo,
Love that. We both out here. Let's do this. Come on.
Timo Hive.
Nah, this is
2-0.
the AC Hive, man. Come on. You don't see the A.
2-0, bro.
Oh my days!
Well, I mean, if you guys,
It's Champions League. You never know what to expect from this team. We could turn up like a prime Barcelona or something.
like, honestly, I would agree with a 1-0, but if we can get a 2-0, like my G say, whoa, I would love that, man. But for me, like more logically and looking at how things have been for us, I mean, if I was to be completely honest, I think Atletico will score, but we might score one as well. So it probably been I'll go 2-1 Chelsea in my
Yeah. I
opinion.
think at the end of the day, Fitness, the key to this knockout tie is an away goal. If we get that away goal early, it sets up the rhythm the whole leg. So the whole 2 legs. Sorry.
All right, let's see the comments now quickly before we wrap up. If you could sign one promising young player from another Prem club, who would it be?
There's plenty of options, to be honest. Foden, maybe.
Foden.
Looking the best out of all of them right now. I'm trying to think if there's any good centre backs that are really young right now. I can't think of anybody still. See, I'll go Foden.
Harvey Barnes and Phil Foden and Declan Rice.
Yeah, like honestly, I love Foden still, but I think if this question was asked when
And
we
Bukayo Saka.
from Arsenal.
I love to see us stealing young players from Arsenal. That'd be limbs.
Let me see any more comments. Ben, what Ben I say?
Top 3 Chelsea players this season: Mason Mount, Thiago Silva.
AC4.
Not even. I'm trying to be serious on this one. I would have said Christensen, but I'm trying to think of a third. Zuma potentially. I mean, you take the Howler aside, like he's had an amazing first half of the season. Potentially Reece James as well. Maybe Werner, maybe, but you got to take that entire 100-day run without a league goal into account. So maybe not.
Yeah, said it. Yes.
So Fata, you're number 3. You're top 3.
I would say Mason. Yeah, Mason Mount probably arguably one of the players of the season. Thiago Silva. And I'm slightly in the middle between Werner and Zuma, but I would say Zuma for me because I think yes, he has been consistent so far this season, and the fact that I think he's one of the catalysts that has been during the honeymoon period that we had, the amount of winnings that we got. But yeah, man, I'm slightly in the middle, but I would go with Zuma and that.
Well, for me, I would have to go. I mean, Mendy. Someone said Mendy, but honestly, I would have to pick Mendy, even though he has a few bloopers. Not really blooper, but he had a few like moments so far. But he has really like helped us out like massively since he have been here, like making some crucial save in that Manchester United game where Rashford had 2 chances that he could have scored and sink us, but Mendy saved them. So for me, Mendy, Mason Mount, and Thiago Silva, the top 3.
Oh, Mendy, good call.
Of course, Mendy has to be in it, man. Even
That's a really good call.
Reece Adore for his bouncer. Yeah, Reece James is good. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for coming in and showing, the support. This is something that I need to do more of because I don't really do like these reviews thing, but I'm trying to up the speed with you guys because people have been messaging me on Twitter and saying I should do some reviews as well, etc., etc. So I'm learning from the great master Lewis himself. So I mean, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to support, you don't know, super chat there. If you want, you don't know, subscribe to the general them. Carefully Louis G in the title already, and Fatah's social is in the description for his Twitter. But he also has a YouTube. It's called, I don't know if you can put it in the comments. Let's put it in the comments.
What's my producer though? Is he out yet? Shameless.
Yeah, man. Say,
man.
Where is it, Louis?
Oh no, that is just jokes.
Oh, just say, man. I just man. Just continue support, guys, and you don't know one family, one big family. You don't know the Chelsea family go again. So everybody will come out, big up on yourself. See there, the father show. So just check him out, man. Support the general. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the watch along. Carefree Lewis will be on the Blues Fan TV watch along as well. So you don't know Chelsea. So whichever you guys want to support, same Blue Army. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time.